Hey folks, it's Ben with the Sawtooth Avalanche Center. You and I are up here above the Headwaters drainage, kind of close to Galena Summit, little ways west of Galena Summit, at about 9,300 feet on a north-facing slope here. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about this budding persistent slab problem that we've got. If you live around here, you've probably got a pretty good sense that it hasn't snowed much in the last 2 months, unfortunately. And what that's done is left some pretty weak snow in the snowpack. And we're really, in a lot of areas, just kind of starting to bury that snow. In this pit here, this stiff, dense snow down here is the remnants of the snow that fell right at the beginning of January. And then as we come up to the top here, we get into some weaker, sugary, faceted snow that's got a bit of a slab built on top of it. This slab here represents all of the snow that's fallen between January 7th and today. There's less than a foot of snow here. That's about a 2-month period. But as that snow is slowly piling up, we've preserved several layers of weak snow in there. You can see that this snow is very weak, and then you can also see these fairly obvious stripes here. Those are various types of faceted grains. There's some surface hoar in those as well. And then also we've got up near the top here, you can make out this thin little crust. That's a rain crust, rain and wet snow crust. Yeah, even up here at 9,300 feet, we had some rain and wet snow from the end of that storm, and then this little dusting of snow on top. Right now, it looks like we're going to get a couple more inches of snow this week. Today's Sunday. Looks like maybe Tuesday and Wednesday we may get a couple of inches of snow. And then weather models are starting to call for significantly more snow next weekend. Of course, we've been disappointed before, so don't get your hopes up too much. But if we do get that amount of snow, we'll be building a pretty significant slab here. Right now we have a good leading indicator in the Banner Summit area. This slab is a little bit thicker. It snowed more during that wet storm earlier this week, and we saw in some areas pretty widespread small in terms of thickness of the slab, but wide propagating crowns indicating they were failing on these layers of weak snow. So we know that this weak snow can make some is pretty well connected and can make some big avalanches as long as it's got a slab on top of it. Here I'm getting pretty unstable snowpack test scores. This one you can see here has an ECTP 6, so just 6 taps from the wrist to get that to fail. And then again we've got this weak sugary faceted grains on top of that. A few little flakes of surface hoar in there, but it seems like the primary problem are those weak faceted grains. This week's snow exists across our forecast area. Up in Banner, it's 1.5-ish deep. Less than a foot deep here. As we go down to the Wood River Valley, it's basically at the surface still, unfortunately. Sorry guys. But if we put a slab on top of that in basically any of our forecast zones, stiff enough slab, particularly if we deposit it quickly, we're going to be seeing avalanches on that. And we're going to have to step way back from how we've been traveling the last couple of months. We're going to be dealing with kind of more like winter, true winter avalanche problems. And these are the type of avalanches that you can trigger from some distance away. They'll break really wide. They'll wrap around terrain features, those sorts of things. So if it does snow, again, that's a if, not a when, or not an absolute certainty. But if it does snow and we're putting slabs on top of this, things are really going to change a bunch, and it's going to take some mental gymnastics on our part to remember how avalanches behave, because it hasn't snowed for 2 months, and how we need to travel when we're in mountainous environments that have avalanche problems. So stay tuned to the forecast. We'll let you know what to be looking for out there, but be mentally preparing yourself if it starts to snow, that this is not just going to be real simple, real easy, just go out and ski a bunch of steep powder sort of thing. We'll need to be stepping back and keeping these things in mind. Thanks for listening.